What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Jeffrey Gamer Tutorials. In this episode, we are going to be, I am going to be showing you how to install add-on vehicles and replacement vehicles into your Grand Theft Auto 5. There is a difference between the two, and I will, distinguish the two throughout the video. Before we get started, I do want to give a shout out. Down below, you're going to see a link that says Anthony Ellwanger. Please, if you're watching this video, click that link, show him some love, subscribe, like his videos. Anthony, I hope this is okay that I'm doing this without you knowing, but this kid is amazing with a guitar. He's very talented. He's got videos on there of him playing covers of Jimi Hendrix, and he did a cover of Chasing Cars' Snow Patrol, or Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. And, he plays blues, and the kid can just shred it on a guitar, man. It's absolutely mind-boggling at how fast his fingers and that can move on this guitar. You got to go check him out. You will not be disappointed. I'm sure he's going to be putting up more content that is just amazing. I don't know how he's not known worldwide, and just go check him out. Tony, man, you're doing great, man. You are very talented, and man, I'm proud of everything that you've been doing, dude. So keep it up. Again, go show him some love. Link is right down below in the description to his channel. With that being said, let's get into it. You're going to click that link down below that's going to say 2012 Cadillac. Now, you can do any car you want, but when you click that link, it's going to bring you to this page right here, okay? Now, I'm a big fan of this year, the Cadillac, and it kind of coincides with the era of vehicles that are on Grand Theft Auto now, so that's why I'm going with this vehicle. But you can go to the search bar here and type in Jeep, okay? And it'll bring up, all of my add-on vehicles I get from 5 mods, gtav5mods.com. And, if you hover above it, it'll tell you that's an add-on. You see how it says add-on right there? And if you hover above some, it'll say add-on or replace, add-on with tuning. A lot of these are add-ons, but yeah, there's a replace one there. So, and there's one here. You see it says 2013 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, the Fast and the Furious Edition, add-on or replace. And it'll tell you what vehicle it will replace. But for this one, we're going to go with the Escalade here. In the description of the download, it'll tell you what they did in the last updates. It'll tell you the features: breakable glass, working dirt, high quality engine, and all that other good stuff. So read that if you want to. So go ahead and click that green download. My downloads, I usually just have WinRAR downloaded right here above my taskbar, and then I just click the arrow and I just open it from there. A lot of people like to save it to their desktop or a downloads folder or something like that. But inside of my WinRAR, I have all of my downloads saved, so I just use that. You can go ahead and minimize your web browser and just kind of bring this right here for now. Go ahead and load up your OpenIV while I explain something real quick. Now, there are 2 ways of doing this. You got the add-on and the replace. The difference between the add-on and the replace is, if you do the add-on will only bring the vehicle into the game if you command it to. In other words, if you go into Simple Trainer or Menu and you go to Vehicle Spawner and you type in whatever the file name is of the vehicle, and it'll spawn it for you. In that case, you're the only one that'll be driving around in that vehicle, and which is cool. Some people want to do it that way. The replace method is, everybody knows Grand Theft Auto models their vehicles after real life models. In this case, if you click replace, it'll tell you right here. So the Cavalcade 2, which in Grand Theft Auto is like a higher end SUV. So, and I'll show you as we get into it. So go ahead and open up your OpenIV, and I am going to show you. I think, you know what, the first way we'll do it first is we'll show you the add-on way, okay? Now, the add-on way, the way to do it through menu or Simple Trainer is go ahead and bring up your main directory, okay? Now, if you don't know how to get to your GTA main directory, you're going to open up your File Explorer. And for Steam users, this is the path you usually want to take. If you have the disk, if you use the disk to install it, not really. It'll be in your disk drive. So, and this is the pathway you want to take for Steam users, which most of you are. Local disk. Then you want to go to Program Files times 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common. And right here, you're going to see your Grand Theft Auto V. Now, right here, first you want to right-click on your main file. And you're going to want to pin to quick access. It'll drop it right over here. So that anytime you want to load something or you have to go to your main directory, you just bring up your File Explorer. And it'll be right here on the left. So you just click it and boom, you're in, okay? Also, another thing you want to do, I've said this in my other videos. If you don't have any backup copies of your Grand Theft Auto, you want to left click your clean version, or, you know, right click, copy, go down here, left click, right click, paste. And it will paste in, or it will start copying your Grand Theft Auto folder. And you always want to back up your game folders before you do any kind of mods or anything. Because if the mod doesn't work or it makes your game crash, you're going to want to make sure that you have a backup version to go to. So, okay. Just wanted to put those out there. So go into your main directory. Now, inside your main directory, it will show you, if you want to just add on, it'll show you right here, okay? So you're going to want to go to mods. Times 64, times 64. I'm sorry. Update. Times 64, times 64. DLC packs, DLC packs. Now, you're going to want to take this file right here, and you're going to want to drag it over. Don't drag it to like this where it grabs it. You want to drag it to the side right here. If you go over too far, these files will grab it, and this file will suck into whatever file you have highlighted, so don't do that. You want to bring it right here, and you would just, I'm not going to let it go, but you would want to let it go, and it'll bring this file right into your DLC packs. Now, your DLC packs here is linked up to your DLC packs here in the game, or in your OpenIV, okay? Now, once you put GMT 900 Escalade into here, you can go ahead and X out of this, and you're going to want to go back into this to the readme english.txt. Okay? Now, over in your OpenIV, you're going to want to hit edit mode. Okay? And this is the pathway you're going to want to take. You're going to hit update, update.rpf, common, and data. Now down here, you're going to see DLC list.xml. Right click that and go up to edit. This is going to bring you into this right here. Now, this is your OpenIV text editor. This is what you're going to put. You're going to put over here, you're going to see this line right here. You're going to highlight this line, okay? And you're going to right click it and you're going to copy it. Then you're going to go down here to your last thing. Like, see, I have Urban Rim Pack, my R35 GTR, Forest City Lights. Anything that you add in that you want the game to load up every time. In this case, it would be in menu. You're going to click right here at the end, and you're going to hit enter. And then you're going to right-click, paste. Okay? I'm not going to click save because I want to replace the vehicle. This is for add-on. You're going to hit save, and that's it. So once you do that, you would go into, and then you can go back in. You can check and make sure it did it. See, mine didn't save because I didn't save it. But what you're going to do is, this is going to be your this right here is going to be what you're going to type in if you through your menu or your simple trainer. Okay, you're going to want to type this in, and this is what's going to load up your Escalade or whatever vehicle you put in. Okay, so that is the add-on way of doing it. Now let's go and show you the replacement way. The main reason for this video. I like the replacement. It adds a little more realism to the game. Okay, so up here I've got my favorites. I've got my vehicles.rpf. This is the police vehicles. These are the files that when you go into your police station, you go on duty in LSPDFR, and it has all your police vehicles in the garage. These are the files for that. We don't want to go here. We want to go to this one here, and I will show you the pathway to take to get to this one. So if you are ready, you're going to want to click mods, which we already did, times 64E. Now if you don't have times 64E, what you're going to do in your mods, you got times 64 right here, right at the beginning. Okay, before you even click mods, there's times 64E. If you click this, double click it, you're going to see a red box pop up that says, do you want to copy to your mods folder? Go ahead and copy this to your mods folder. Okay, that way it'll always be right here on your front on your main mods page. Okay, so once you do that, click mods, times 64E, levels, GTA 5, vehicles.rpf. It's going to bring you to this page right here. Now this page here has every single vehicle in the game. Anything that you can get in and start up and drive. I even think it has bicycles in here. Okay, you can even change the bicycles. And you could see what vehicles they are. The Hot Knife YFT. There's that vehicle. All these can be replaced as long as you have the download with the file in it. You got the mule. Everybody knows what the mule is. It's the box truck. And if you keep scrolling down, now, okay, I'll just show you as we go. Now, if we're replacing, we want to go and we want to get the Cavalcade. Now, before we get started on anything, here's what you want to do. We're doing the Cavalcade 2. Now you're going to see two files right here, yft_hi.yft, yft_hi.yft. The YTD one, YTDs are always going to be your textures for your vehicle. So if you keep scrolling down to the last vehicle, which is the Z type, and you're going to see this metadata texture. That's where your YTD is going to be. This only came with one. Sometimes it might have a whatever vehicle it is, and then plus the plus sign hi.yft. See the plus sign? In this particular file, it does not have the plus sign. So here's our Cavalcade 2.ytd. Excuse me. This is going to be your textures. It'll have the badges and stuff like that. And you'll see when we load this one, it's gonna be loaded with textures because it's a mod. So before we do anything, go to your desktop, right click, and create a new folder. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to name this folder Cavalcade 2, or whatever vehicle you're installing, whatever vehicle you're replacing over here. Okay, If you're replacing the caddy, which is the golf cart, the buzzard, which is the helicopter, create a folder that has whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so go ahead and keep that folder there. Now go back up. Oh, we could have grabbed that while we were there. Let's go ahead and grab it while we're there. Holding down your control key, go ahead and select that cavalcade2.ytd. Then scroll on up to the other cavalcade, which is right here. You got the cavalcade there and the cavalcade there. Now you got 3 files selected. You're going to drag these over to this folder and drop them. Now what we just did was we just saved the 3 original files. In case you don't like it or you want to go back to the vanilla version of the cavalcade, you got your files. Now if you see right here, ogcar.yft, I have for vehicles that I have in the past replaced, I have all of the original files right here that I can go into and I can load them. Go up to your favorites, click add to favorites, vehicles.rpf, and click add. What that's going to do is that's going to add this whole vehicle list up in your favorites, so you don't have to remember this pathway next time you come on. You can just click favorites and go into it. Okay, so now that we have our files backed up, we can go ahead and select these 3 files right here, drag them over and drop them. Now if you go into the Cavalcade 2, any one of these files, and click it, there's our Escalade. And what it did was it replaced the Cavalcade 2, which is a higher version. If we go to Cavalcade, the regular Cavalcade, this is the lower version of the Escalade in the game. Okay, we just replaced the higher version, like I said, with this. And I mean, it's got the interior and everything in it. It's amazing. Believe me, I had it in my game once. And then, like I said, if you go down here to the Cavalcade texture, right here, now you're going to see this whole thing is laced up with all the textures. So it's going to have the speedometer. If you pop the hood, it'll have the VIN number. It'll have all this stuff in there. Interior, you see the logo, the dashboard, the wood grain, all the textures of the vehicle are bam right here in your file, so we know it took. Okay, I mean, that is pretty much it. I mean, it's that simple to replace your vehicle files. If you ask me, it's obviously easier than just doing an add-on. And now this vehicle, you'll see it throughout your game. And I'll go into game and I will show you how cool it is to see it like in the game. And you could do it for any vehicle you want. For instance, the Vaca, which is a high-end supercar. Now my Vaca I replaced with the Lamborghini. And I actually just put out a little music video with this Lamborghini with the exhaust and the turbo sound upgrade installed into it. And man, let me tell you, it sounds amazing. If that's something you want to know how to do, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video on it. But when you go on and you look for a vehicle you want to replace, if you're just going through and you say, what's the Tornado 2? Well, you could replace this with, obviously, you know, this is a GTA version of the 57 Chevy. You can go download a 57 Chevy and put it and replace it into this so you can see it in the game. Okay, now mind you, there are 2K and 4K textures, and if you have a 4K texture and your computer can't handle a 4K, you could see performance drop. It could look funny from far away, though you might not see the wheels in the vehicle. I got a couple of vehicles in mind that do that, even with 4K compatible. So, but overall, it doesn't really make much of a huge difference. Just wanted to let you know that. So go ahead and you can go ahead and exit out of the WinRAR. You can click edit mode so it saves everything, and you can X out of that. And now I want to take you in the game just for a few minutes and show you. Alright everybody, now that we're back in the game here, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can spawn the vehicle, whether you did add-on or whether you did replace. Now if you have a simple trainer or a menu, in this case I'm going to use simple trainer, you're going to want to go to vehicle spawning. Now starting here with vans and all the way up to boats are all the vehicles that I showed you in OpenIV, all the YTDs, okay? If you replaced any of those vehicles, you're going to want to look, you know, down here in your simple trainer. Now in this instance we did the Cavalcade, which is in SUVs, and there's the Cavalcade. We did the number 2 one. So if we select this, it is no longer going to be a Cavalcade, it's going to be the Escalade that we just installed. And I mean, you can look into this thing, and I mean, it is, I don't know why the lights are so bright. I don't know how to fix that. I'm sure there's a mod out there to fix it. I haven't, shut this radio off. I haven't installed that yet, but this thing is, it's just gorgeous, man. So it's got the, you know, it's got the, I mean, it's spot on. Now, if you just did the add-on, you'd do the same thing, and you would go to vehicle spawning, except instead of looking it up, because you can't look it up in here, if you only did the add-on, you went into SUVs and hit the Cavalcade, it's going to bring up the GTA version. It won't bring up the truck. You're going to have to go down here to search for vehicles, and right here you would type in whatever the name, whatever it tells you to type in. Some vehicles will just say CAV2 or whatever. It'll tell you in the README file. Make sure you write it down so you know what to type in when you want to load up the vehicle. That's why I always just go with replace, unless it's something like off the wall, like a drag racing car or something. Then I'll just do it as an add-on, because you don't want to see a bunch of drag racing cars driving around Los Santos. So that's how you would do that. Now, as I want to remind you, the Vaca right, well, the Lamborghini right here was replaced under the Vaca, okay? This you can see driving around because I replaced the Vaca. Just like with the Cavalcade, we replaced it with the Escalade. So, listen to this thing when it starts up, listen. Ooh, that sounds so good. It's got the upgraded engine sound and the upgraded turbo sound in this. Like I said, if you want to see a video how to do that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go see if we can find somebody driving the Cavalcade too. Now the backfiring on this thing is amazing. Oh, look, there's one right there. See what I mean? You see how you could just be driving around, and it'll change the colors. It'll have different AIs, different PEDs in it driving it. Blinkers work. Everything works, man. It's just, there it is. It's right there in your game. You don't have to load it up or nothing. If you wanted to drive it, you could go and steal it. And there's the Tornado we talked about. That would have been a 57 Chevy if we would have changed that. Okay, so it's that simple, folks. It's that simple. That's how you install them. Now, no matter what vehicle you download, usually in the README file, usually in the files that you downloaded, it'll tell you what vehicle it's replacing, and all you do is swap it out just like I showed you. Okay, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope it was helpful for you. Go ahead and hit a like, and you know, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my boy Anthony Ellwanger. Link is below to his YouTube channel. Check him out. Show him some love. Man, the kid's talented. Like I said, man, he's super talented. That's about it. Listen, I hope you guys stay Stay safe, stay healthy, and join me next time. Till then, Jeffrey Gamer is out. I'm gonna go ahead and blast the shit out of this car so while I show my credits, you can hear this backfire and this new turbo sound. Alright? So you guys take care. Love you all. I'm out.